Latinx. Are you for it or against it? Or you prefer other terms?
I don't really know what it is.
That's honest.
I kind of move to the beat of my own drum. You know, if it sticks, it sticks. I do my thing.
Labels don't mean anything.
I don't like the names and titles and boxes and categories. Never really been my thing, you know.
I'm with Tone. I never knew the true definition.
But you know, hey, you know, everybody got the word Latino in it, so rock on. You know,
hey,
I support it.
Yeah, you know, I want to understand, like, how did it happen?
So Latinx represented all Latin people, regardless of masculine, feminine, and then it has sort of a non-gender. So, but a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people, no, I like Latino. You know, leave it alone. Some people say I like Hispanic. You know,
those are just inclusive terms that younger people have created to make space for people who don't feel represented and seen. And so, as a woman and as a man who identify as Latina and Latino, when a non-binary person feels that they don't identify with either, they want a term that is inclusive of who they are.
keeping the Latin, but owning their Latin.
But owning their Latinx.
But I personally believe a lot of people more have a problem with it just because it's including the LGBTQ. I get the cultural imperialism, like I said. I think that's a very real issue.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, well, when people use it as an insult, to me that further solidifies that your actual issue with it is more that it's LGBT thing.
That's a good fucking point.
Which is crazy because I didn't really think of that point.
Because they're using it because they think you're basically calling someone like a synonym for gay.
Yeah.
I feel it came from a place of just trying to include people in the community.
Yeah.
There's LGBT people that exist. They're not like an anomaly, and it's not like they're an imagination, you know? It's just people that wanted to be included.
Oh brother, here we go again. Unfortunately, the word Latinx is still a thing. And because no one can make any sense of why this word is still a thing, what they're doing now is they're calling people bigots if you don't want to use it. Oh, the word just aims to include non-binary people. First of all, I hate when people use the whole damn acronym LGBT when we're talking about a specific group of people. Ain't nobody talking about lesbians? What letter in the LGBT even represents non-binary people? That's a genuine question. But let me tell you guys the real reason people don't like the word Latinx. It's because it's dumb. It's because it's stupid. A spawn of ignorance. Now, explaining this to English speakers is kinda tough because the English language is already such a gender-neutral language. But there are a few examples that I can use. For example, the words actor and actress, right? Actress is for women and actor is for men. But if you understand the English language, then you know that the word actor can be used for and by women, also making the word actor gender-neutral. Now, if someone came along talking about I think we need a word for non-binary actors because they're not really included with the word actor because that's for men and the word actress is for women. I think we need an actor X word to really represent the non-binary people. Wouldn't you be like, is this fellow stupid? Is he dumb? Perhaps a bozo? Wouldn't you guys just explain to them that the word actor is already gender neutral and there's no need for such a term like actor X? I think you guys will all agree that the creation of the word actor X would be pretty stupid. Well, guess what? It's the exact same thing for the term Latinx. The word Latino, although masculine, is also gender neutral. And anyone that understands the Spanish language knows this. Now, there are two groups of people keeping this word Latinx alive. You got the non-binaries and the super feminists. Now, since I've already started speaking about the non-binary side, I'm going to explain why that side makes no sense first. Alright, so you guys saw the people at the start of the video talking about, oh, people just want to exclude non-binary people. Oh, people just don't want anything to do with the LGBT community. Fake news, made up narrative. But don't get me wrong, are there Latinos that don't like non-binary people? Absolutely. But look, there are black people that don't like gay people, but I ain't never heard a black person say that gay black people aren't black. You feel me? And I've never heard a Latino person say that non-binary people aren't Latinos. That rhetoric doesn't exist. Again, the word Latino is already an inclusive word. It includes everyone that is Latino. Now, don't get me wrong. The word Latino is exclusionary, right? There are a lot of countries that are in Latin America that people don't consider Latino. But it's not exclusionary for the reasons that these people are telling you, right? No one has ever said, hey, non-binary people can't be Latinos. No one ever said that. That rhetoric doesn't exist, right? If you go to a club and you say Latinos, put your hands up, men, women, and anything else in between are going to put their hands up if they're Latinos, right? No one's going to say Latinos to the front. Not you non-binaries though. No one has ever said that. That rhetoric does not exist. It is the non-binary people excluding themselves from Latinos, right? They're the ones saying, hey, this word doesn't represent us, right? They are excluding themselves. They are the ones saying, hey, we're not Latinos apparently. I don't know why, but they're the ones doing it. Now let's talk about the super feminist side, right? Which are actually the group of people that started all this, right? I think it was a group of Brazilian women that basically said, this word is sexist.
You can't say Latinos. The correct term is Latinx. Too many cultures have used the masculine to refer to all people. That's messed up, which is why the right word is Latinx.
Now, I think it goes without saying that no group of super feminists are going to listen to me anyways. But all I'll say to people that have this mentality is that it's all about perspective. Yes, it's true that in Spanish is usually, if not all the time, the masculine version of the word that is also the gender neutral version of the word. And if you want to say that's sexist, a sign of the patriarchy, by all means, go ahead. But it's all about perspective, right? I can easily say that it's actually better that women have their own terms that men or no one else can use, right? I can never be a Latina. Well, actually, nowadays, I guess I can, huh? I'm just playing. But in all seriousness, right? That word is only for women, right? Women have their own word that they can use, right? If you want to specifically talk about Latino men, you have to specifically say Latino men. Otherwise, everyone's going to think you're talking about them. That's Latino, right? Because like I explained, it's also a gender neutral term. Versus if you want to talk about Latino women, all you got to say is Latinas and everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. Now, let me be clear. I don't actually think this is advantageous, right? I'm just making the case, right? That is really just about perspective, right? You guys are choosing to have this perspective that, you know, oh, this is sexist. This is because of the patriarchy. We need to get rid of it, when it really doesn't benefit anyone, right? Like I really don't see who the winner and the loser here is, right? To me, it all seems very arbitrary. But again, right, these feminists aren't going to listen to me. At the end of the day, people are still going to be like, nope, that's sexist. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hopefully this at least helps a few people understand where people are coming from when it comes to this word Latinx.